What's going on, guys? It's Tom with Verus Engineering, and today we're going to be installing the side splitters for your GR Corolla. All right, tools needed to install the side splitters for your GR Corolla. We need a 4mm Allen key or socket, 5mm Allen key or socket, 9/16 wrench, a marker of sorts, a drill, and a 3/8 drill bit. All right, kit components for your GR Corolla side splitters. Of course, you'll get a left and a right side splitter and a hardware kit to complete the install. All right, so first and foremost, our side splitter is going to attach to the factory skirt with a number of rivet nuts, basically going the length of the factory skirt. So first step we want to do is grab our side splitter. You'll notice there are slotted holes down the length. Those are our mounting holes. What we want to do is now set this thing up and center it front to rear. And to do that, we want to make sure that the edge is flush with the wheel arch. For the rear, obviously the front wheel arch, and for the front, the rear of the wheel arch. So go ahead and set that centered up now, and then we need to basically set the depth coming kind of like in out of the car versus out of the car, stick out, if you will. All right, so next we want to basically set this on the ground or lift arm, kind of under the side splitter. And what first thing I want to point out is there's an undercover or a splash shield here, and there's one kind of in the middle of the car right here. And you'll notice this white area right here is the skirt, and obviously the black area is the cover. So when we line this skirt up and make sure it's flush with the wheel liner, we want to also make sure we push the side splitter all the way in so that it's up against these factory splash shields. And once we have that set correctly and we're holding it up, we want to take a paint marker or a permanent marker, whatever you got, and we're going to mark the holes. We're going to mark the holes through the slots on the side splitter. Just like that. Go ahead and repeat that for all of them, including the other side. And then when we drop this back down, we're going to drill into the center of each of those marked slots. All right, so we're going to focus in on just this one hole, and we'll show you this one example. Basically, we've got kind of our slot marked out here. Take your 3/8 drill bit and drill. Go ahead and center that up and drill it out. Make sure you only drill the bottom. Don't push too hard, you might go through the top. That's it. All right, so the hole's drilled. Next step is to assemble the provided rivet nut installation tool. Go ahead and thread on a plastic rivet nut supplied in the hardware kit. And once you have it assembled just like this, you want to insert the rivet nut into the car. Into the hole, I should say. And what we're going to do is hold back the black nut with a 9/16 wrench, and we're going to begin tightening the bolt head with a 5mm Allen key or socket, making sure that as this is in the hole, we don't cock it one way or the other. Make sure it's flat and flush. As you begin to tighten it, you're going to feel some initial resistance as this begins to crush. Once this starts crushing, the resistance will kind of die off, and then you'll feel some significant resistance after a couple more turns, and that's how you know you have this fully installed. Or you can go ahead and grab yourself one of these rivet nut installation tools. You can get them on Amazon or McMaster, and it makes installation easier, quicker, I should say. There you have it, fully installed rivet nut. Now we just need to do all 12 of them for both sides, and then we'll be back. All right, so we have all of the rivet nuts installed down the skirt. Obviously you want to do that for both sides. And now we have our 35mm butthead cap screws with our 1.5 inch OD fender washers. And all we need to do is simply line up the skirt, thread the bolts in, we're good to go. Get them all started first, and then obviously we'll torque them down after that. So when we come back, we'll have all these good to go and ready to torque. All right, so we got our bolts started. Again, that's 35mm button cap screws with 1.5" fender washers. And now we're going to tighten these down. We want to torque them down to 6 foot-pounds. There we go. All right, we've got everything torqued to 6 foot-pounds, and that's it. Obviously, repeat the process for the opposite side of the car if you haven't done that already, but that's gonna wrap up the install for the side splitters on your GR Corolla. As always, guys, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, be sure to email us at sales@verus-engineering.com. And until next time, we'll see you later.